It's actually crazy how well this cough lozenge is working for me.
Let's go. I should get one.
Hello and welcome everyone to the EZ World Cup. It is Grand Finals time. Finally, after a week's delay, unfortunately, we had to reschedule, due to some issues with the players, but we are finally here. It is South Korea versus the United States of America. I am joined by Blank Tap, who will be my commentator. I am, of course, Nyanaro. How are you doing today, Blank Tap?
Actually doing quite well. Just woke up a bit ago, but you know, who won't be awake for this insane grand finals? We're already going into the roles, Nanara.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what these teams are going to be striking. Of course, we do have the strikes and counterpicks picking format for the first map of the pool. And it is quite the important map, as it essentially functions as a tiebreaker, where the team who wins that gets essentially the counter pick advantage. So if they just win all of their own picks from then on, they will win the match. So of course, there are going to be breakpoints here and there, but it is important to keep in mind that this first map is relevant in a way. It is more contentious, as neither team picked it, so it's more of an even map. So it is more important to win this one than slightly compared to the rest. But of course, the teams are fairly evenly matched, and the main skill set that is being tested is reading, which is so there's a lot of potential for breakpoints and whatnot. But let's see what they go for.
And more so being the mechanism of the picking. When you actually lose, you get your turn back. So even with the quote-unquote breakpoint, you do have a chance to equalize, but yeah, the advantage will still be there. And I don't know, this is the new kind of system that I sometimes see, and I don't even know how you begin to come back when things just go very badly.
Yeah, of course. If you're gonna assume that both teams are evenly matched, if one half of the pool goes to one team, if the teams are evenly matched, you can assume that the rest of the pool is just the mats that are good for the other team. So
yeah,
comebacks are still possible. Those are just strategy mistakes at the end of the day. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing, I believe officially Flying Tuna was the captain, but I think Gambler has been doing a lot of the captaining, so it's not exactly set in stone and who the captain is. A lot of teams, the captain is just generally responsible for scheduling and whatnot, but actually in the voice call in the match, it very much depends per team as to who's doing the leading, so to speak, and who's doing the picking and making the final decision on who gets in the lobby and whatnot. So that depends, of course. But we have Strike 1 being on South Korea's side. I do wonder what they'll go for. I know that South Korea they are fairly evenly matched in terms of skill sets. Like, I know South Korea might have a bit of a reading and sort of maps that have a lot of finger control, a lot of difficult rhythms, stuff like that. I think South Korea is better at, and then USA might be a bit better at the more mechanical stuff. But otherwise, they are fairly evenly matched in terms of skill sets. I wouldn't really give either team a huge advantage on any of the maps here in this pool. So it is going to be interesting what they go for. And Gambler is going to be striking S3 Unspeakable. It's going to be the first map struck. Somewhat of an interesting choice. I mean, the United States has, well, Boshiman is a very good precision aim player, which, you know, is unspeakable. As much as it is a difficult reading map, these players have practiced it and they know how to read it. So,
Yeah.
now, once you have the patterns down and you got the focus going, it's really a matter of your focus and your aim, that map. So, I mean, Boshiman is definitely a threat, and I can understand the strike. And of course, we have Tengaku being struck by the United States. Of course, Gambler getting the first easy FC on that while practicing just last week, I believe. So that was good stuff from Gambler. And of course, the S5 as well, which is... So United States is going to be banning some of the more mechanical ones, being Super Nuka World and Tengaku. So it leaves Twilight of the Thunder God and Imprinting. I mean, these are both very exciting maps. I would be quite excited to see either. Of course, I really want to see Imprinting. You know, it's a very pretty map. But I mean, Twilight of the Thunder God is an amazing map as well.
Absolutely. But right now though, Astrias for S5 has been striked. We are waiting for one more inside of South Korea before we actually begin with the map picks, to say the least.
They will be striking S1, so we are going to be going to Twilight of the Thunder God as our first map. Twilight of the Thunder God is, of course, a stream map, very long death streams with spacing changes. The streams, they accelerate, decelerate, depending on the intensity of the song at any given moment. So the streams aren't as trivial to read as a lot of stream maps in previous pools, as those generally have been have not had any accelerating or decelerating streams. So the reading is fairly straightforward, as you can just map the shape of the stream in your head. You don't have to necessarily focus on each individual object when reading it. But on a map like Twilight of the Thunder God, where there's a lot of acceleration and deceleration, reading is going to come much... it's going to be very relevant, because you are actually going to have to focus on each individual object and figure out the rate of acceleration of those streams. So there's an additional reading element that other stream maps, other more conventional stream maps, aren't going to be testing in Twilight of the Thunder God. So it is going to be interesting to see. Of course, the map is somewhat low BPM. I believe it's only like 190 somewhat, 191 if I recall it correctly. So it's not as stamina intensive as, let's say, Life Garden is. So we are going to be seeing some players who would otherwise struggle with stamina might not struggle so much in this one.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Very tricky to play on no modification, and now they are forced to play easy. 3 minutes and 30 seconds of an absolute, basically, peak of a flow aim map. Kind of quote-unquote low BPM-ish. Definitely not going to see any of these players struggle with the stamina. And of course, why should they? The main focus is flow aim, the main focus is reading. And let's get right into this one, and already seeing these very devious, just how the flow stops in the middle before continuing on. This is going to be quite a tricky map, Yanara.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a break starting off from Flying Tuna, but he's quickly recovered since. And of course, the map has barely started. It is 3.5 minutes, so there is quite a bit of map.
And
Gambler with a break as well. That's 2 full combos down on Korea. Oh, but there goes Boshiman. But then there goes Amamiya Kokoro. So that just leaves Loganos and Schwartz. Looking pretty good for the United States right now.
Absolutely. They're leading it by quite a margin already. 2 full combos on the board. The USA not looking to be stopped right now in their opener pick. Gambra and Flying Tuna recovering quite nicely though. Still,
Yeah, there
a
goes
fight to be
Schwartz.
had.
Score is going to be starting to go towards Korea now. But Loganos is still holding strong.
Absolutely, 1.1k combo on the board, but Flying Tuna will not be able.
That is big for the US. And there goes Gambler. Oh, but Loganos does break, so you know, Amamiya Kokoro with a nice combo here. No, Bashiman also, but Score is in a fairly nice, healthy lead for the United States. Loganos goes again. Ooh, but there goes Amamiya Kokoro and Gambler. That is very bad for South Korea.
Schwartz finding the miss
There goes
now, and
Schwartz. Yeah, it's... I mean, there is still a decent bit of map left. This could turn around, but it's looking really good for the United States. Bashiman with a very nice combo right now, and... You know, Flying Tuna has somewhat of a combo there, but nothing compared to Bashiman right now. Ooh, but Schwartz and Loganos both with extensive chain misses, but Gambler and Flying Tuna both survive. There's a chance right here. If Gambler and Flying Tuna hold these combos and, you know, Bashiman meets an unfortunate break, this could turn around for Korea.
indeed there is still a bit of a possibility, but not much. 150k difference just between matches,
But there
especially
goes
with
Flying
Flying.
Tuna, and Bashiman still holding. This is looking like a wrap.
Yeah, absolutely. Bashiman just absolutely going the distance this time around. Schwartz and Gambler will find in the trade. Loganos finding the chain misses, but it does not matter. Schwartz has done just enough, as well as Loganos as the supporting combo, while Bashiman goes the distance and absolutely get themselves this beautiful first point, and the ball will be passed to South Korea as they are able to pick as a reply.
That is a score and a half from Bashiman. 3 misses. Like, just look at the miscount all across the board, and then Bashiman there with barely anything. Very impressive gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. However, that is still very much the first pick. And we all know that the first pick is the most confident you'll ever see this team be for the rest of the match. South Korea though, what will they reply with? It seems something Flow isn't really something to pick, especially against USA. So maybe they'll pick something more reading intensive in this pool.
Is that S5? Am I reading that correctly? The screen share says the internet's somewhat choppy, so I did read that correctly. I wasn't too confident, but maybe I should have been. It is Super Nuka World. This is a very fast map with easy hidden double time. You're definitely going to be seeing Reviclia in the lobby.
Yeah.
Because this is his bread and butter.
Yeah.
Reviclia eats these maps for breakfast. Like, truly. So,
True, yeah. Gambra also plays plenty of EZDT, if I remember correctly. Saw plenty of his clips on Twitter. That guy is actually quite insane. And he's just a very well-known easy player overall.
yeah, absolutely. Gambler, I think we're going to be seeing him in the lobby most of the time. He is one of the more well-rounded players. Yeah, while he is best at a couple things, he's not far off on any aspect. I think it's very likely that we'll see him on every single map in the lobby, so... And But we're gonna have one Tabby and Loganos on the side of the US coming in, and Flying Tuna is gonna be on the Korean side, so I like the lineup for Korea. I know Flying Tuna is, you know, definitely comfortable with mechanics and speed as this map entails. And of course, Reviclia, this is, you know, speed, snappy aim, is definitely what he's good at. And, well, we do have Loganos, Battle, and One Tabby, who are all very good at easy hit and do have some mechanical skill. And, are definitely very consistent players as well. So while I do favor Korea with this pick, I wouldn't be surprised to see US go up 2-0 here. There is a very fierce lineup on the side of the US right now.
Absolutely, but of course the hard part is being the density with the hidden modification on easy, and already USA
everyone in the US is broken, but there is Reviclia and Gambler. Reviclia with full combo, still really good act. You know, Gambler, looks like he's struggling big with his speed, but he's still holding the combo, and yeah, US is struggling on this one.
Absolutely, such a confident first pick coming from South Korea into the first case section now.
There is Reviclia with the break. It's only Gambler with full combo. Gambler breaks again, but you know, it's not much of a combo on the US side. I mean, One Tabby has a decent thing going, but
however, Flying Tuna is there to counter him. 500 combo on the board, 96% accuracy, and with One Tabby finally missing, South Korea will be undoubtedly in the lead with no one to contest in the other side. Going to the second case section now, Gambler and Batball will be training out Reviclia and Flying Tuna as well.
Flying Tuna drops. I was just about to mention Flying Tuna with just the insane combo. Yeah, and Loganos does have something going on right now. He can hold out, never mind. Yeah, this map is very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Going through that solo section, and Gambler still hitting it quite well. 250 combo on the board into the last KI section. It is all but locked in for South Korea as their first pick. This is going to be a match, Namaro. Tuna still combo throughout. 400 combo. What a performance indeed. Bit of a miss streak there, but nothing much other than that. 200k lead. South Korea will be replaying quite well. And it's a 1-1 start.
Yeah, it definitely performed very well there. Flying Tuna with an excellent combo, and you know, just straight up looking at the scores here, you know, it's clear that Korea did perform just straight up better. Yeah, it looks like all of Korea's scores beating all of the USA scores. Just consistently better performances on the side of South Korea here. But hey, that was one of the more favorable picks for South Korea, I would say, and it is the United States picking up their next map right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonder what they'll go for next, though. Don't really see something similar to Twilight of the Thunder God.
I mean, there is Life Garden, which would be the next mechanical kind of map. So, you know, considering the performance on Twilight of the Thunder God, Life Garden is a likely choice here.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. However, we can really...
Life Garden's a very logical choice here in my head. You know, another one might be Chirality, but a Gambler is a very big threat on that. Or did they run out the timer? Oh, they did. They ran out of timer there. That is a 90-second MP timer, and the US.
Alright, that's the first strike indeed. Gotta, you gotta respect the timer. It's there for
You gotta
reason.
respect the
C5,
timer.
however.
Alright. And it is going to be Life Garden. As expected. Life Garden, of course, this map is fast. It's what is it? 222 or so, around there, just below 225, but above 220, somewhere in that sort of area.
Oh yeah.
And this is death streams. These are long, stamina-draining death streams. These are difficult on the hands. Of course, ATG Stir can sneak in a few difficult rhythms as well. So don't make it seem like this is a stamina-only map. You are going to see those players who are real comfy with their stamina be breaking on those difficult finger control bits. So, of course, this is one of the maps that you can double tap. Now, whether any player would actually do that, I'm not too sure. The accuracy drops are quite significant, and the streams aren't stacked where you would want to do that, but if a player is uncomfortable, they can sort of bring things back a little by double tapping a little. If they fall behind or lose some stamina, they can bring it back by using some double tapping. So it is an option that is on the table. But yeah, this is definitely where I would expect the United States to do well, as they do have the sort of mechanically skilled players and the ones with the stamina, as we saw earlier in Twilight of the Thunder God. But we have Flag Tuna, Riclia, and Gambler, who are by no means slouches. So.
Yeah, let's get right into this one. What do you do against a reading powerhouse? You take away the reading and go straight for the mechanics. Flying Tuna, finding the first miss as was Refleclia. It's a 1v3 situation instantly, Nyanara.
Ooh, and there goes Gambler. That is all full combos gone for the Korea and none gone for the United States. They are looking very solid on this, but of course this is a fairly long map. Over 3 minutes after double time. So there is a lot of map left. We are basically still in the intro, as much as the intro is not easy.
Yeah.
Very difficult for an intro, but still. There is absolutely room here for the United States to pop in a few breaks, and there goes Boshiman and one Tabby. That's Gambler and Flying Tuna with combos now. Onto the slow section. Batball's still holding, though. So the lead is going to be on the side of the United States for now, but...
Yeah, absolutely.
Batball with quite the accuracy as well. Am I seeing that right? Is that 99.71? I think that's 72.
Yeah, it does seem so.
That is...
Max AK, Batball, very much prominent reading player, while being able to do mechanics as well. So this map is indeed a perfect fit for him. Flying Tuna holding on strong though, still trying to fight back, but it's a 1v2 down to 1v1.
There goes Batball. Flying Tuna, are you gonna carry this one?
Is there even time though? There's one of the map remaining, but he has no supporting combo.
It's possible. But Batball breaking again, but one Tabby does have a decent combo, so does Boshiman. Of course, remember, this is a stream map. There is absolutely potential for some big score loss and chain misses. Oh, but there goes Flying Tuna. I think that might be it. I mean, there is a solid quarter of the map left, but with the combos from one Tabby and Bashi Man, and even Batball coming out, and yeah, there goes Gambler and Reviclia.
Into the last few sections right now. One Tabby still holding on. The USA once again just proving their superiority on stamina and the flowing pick. And with no more combo in the side of South Korea, this is going to be yet again another non-break point scenario. The US has pushed their point count 2-2. And one W, I mean, come on, man.
It's quite the combo there at the end. Up all starting one Tabby at the end. Real good stuff coming in from the United States. As expected, this was their map. This was the one map that they will get the point on when they want to. Just absolute solid performances coming out from the United States. See what South Korea reply with. There are quite a few sort of tricky maps that they could go for.
I know, but I mean, what's the?
It's gonna be Chirality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gambler's gonna be staying in the lobby for this one. Chirality, yeah, I'm assuming we're gonna be seeing Amamiya Mizuki as well. The other Amamiya, one we haven't seen yet in the lobby. And who would the third one be for the Korea side? Looks like Batball and Loganos will be staying in the lobby. Oh, never mind. There goes Loganos. We're gonna have Pieris, a very strong player here. These kind of maps. Pieris is good at tricky maps. And oh, we're gonna have Flying Tuna. So it looks like maybe Chirality's a little too mechanical for Mizuki. And they're going to be opting for Flying Tuna, who has been performing well. Flying Tuna has been on his game in this match, so I can see the pick here. And yeah, Vector, I did expect Vector to be seen. Vector is one of the strongest players on US on these trickier maps with difficult reading. Oh, and there's Kokoro. Looks like Korea is still going to be thinking about their lineup here. I do imagine we'll be seeing Gambler and Pieris, but who will the rest be? Who will be the third?
Still waiting a bit now.
There's Loganos again. He was just looking at the map quickly in the internet, and there comes Batball. Yep, they were just assuming they were just out of the lobby, just looking at the map in the editor real quick, just making sure of some stuff, which of course is allowed, but there are timers. They're already on one strike, so you better be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. However, let's get into the map. It's only 1 minute and 33 seconds, so huge possibility that at least one of these players has indeed memorized it to its absolute limits. Let's get right into this kind of techie map with some interesting patterns.
Right
will be the first one to miss.
The last player I expected to miss, but hey, the intros can be tricky, but there goes Schwartz and Batball. There goes Bat Ball again. Oh, flying tuna, but Pieris still with the full combo. So with Logan a spot. Oh, Pieris breaks. It's going to be Logan. Oh, never mind. Now it's going to be Gambler once again with the highest combo. But there goes Gambler. Everyone's kind of breaking here.
It's just
like
insane.
A lot of people struggling on Chirality here. It is quite the difficult map to play while you're nervous.
Yeah, especially when the reading is very much hot and spicy. Already the trades coming in, and the US, even with that brief moment of advantage, the lead goes back instantly to the side of South Korea.
Yeah, Pieris playing tuna with good combos now. Gambler slider breaking on the slider tick there. I saw that. I was very sad about. Oh, there goes Bat Ball and flying tuna. Pieris with the combo, but Schwartz and Loganos are not far behind.
Comes the jumps though. Schwartz and Logan still holds on.
Holding.
Only fraction of the map remaining. They'll score sticking back to their side, but not fast enough. South Korea takes the second point.
South Korea is gonna be taking it, and Gambler one miss. This was definitely somewhat of an underperformance from Gambler. I think he just got a little nervous, you know, as you would expect in a grand finals where he is the one next being expected to perform. But wow, Loganos with an S rank, very impressive, and Pieris of course with a 0 miss A rank. Really good stuff overall. I mean, it was a very close pick. Well, you know, South Korea did perform overall better. That was much closer than I thought it would be. Very good performances from Schwartz and Loganos. Very commendable. But it is going to be going to South Korea.
Yeah.
It's going to be US again now. What do they have? I think they're out of sort of obvious picks. They kind of are out of obvious picks. I'm very curious as to what they'll go for.
And this is absolutely where the fun part begins, when things just gets a bit too close at times. And the US, it's time to just step out of their comfort territory and go to the uncharted waters. You're going for C10, aka neck. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 4. Is it Okin moving or? God, I can't count.
I think is that Event Horizon? Wait, am I? Wait, what? Yeah, it is Event Horizon. Yeah, there we go. I did not fail my counting.
Oh.
So Event Horizon. Didn't expect this from the US, but this is probably the trickiest map in the pool. And of course, we do see Akiyama Mizuki in the lobby and Reviclia. So the thing about Event Horizon is that this map is a concept reading map. If you understand the logic, and I mean understand, not just know, of course all the players know the logic with which the objects are placed, but if you understand it, if you know how to read it, if you feel the reading, this map is very easy to read. But doing that is really hard. But doing that, but having that understanding it kind of goes against everything you sort of built up in your Osu muscle memory. Because this map is tricky. It is intentionally tricky, but it's fair. Because every time there's a new combo, it's a half beat gap. And every time there isn't a new combo, it is a quarter beat gap. Of course, there's exceptions. Sometimes it's a full beat gap, but generally that is the logic. The map follows. When there's a quarter beat gap, no new combo. When there's a half beat gap, new combo. That's it. That's all the logic there is. If you can read that, this map is easy. This map could be A or 0 and it would be totally fine. But doing that, just wiring your brain like that is really difficult. And I do want to see how these players perform. Of course, the reading is difficult in this map, but it's very tricky. The snap aim, the rhythms in general. Very, very tricky. So yeah, we are going to be seeing the full whack lineup here on the side of Korea. We have Gambler, Zonas, and Pieris. On the side of in United States, we are going to have Bashiman, Loganos, and Schwartz. I thought I would have expected to see Vector here, but it is not hidden. So hidden is not enabled. So.
Alright, let's get right into this one, shall we? Yeah, already seeing some kind of very,
Ooh, but there goes
very
Akima
tricky
Music.
logic.
The nerves, definitely. Nerves hitting it. Out there goes Pieris. Is it the nerves? The beginning is definitely not the hardest part. Oh, but there goes Loganos. Nerves are kicking in.
Yeah, absolutely. Gambra and Akiyama definitely recovering quite well, but here comes the 1-2's tricky rhythm that you are saying about. Washiman finding the miss. Schwartz, the last one remaining for the US, and he falls as well. South Korea will swing it back to their side as Pieris finds the miss though. Not looking to be stopped. Gambla still going on strong. Zero worries whatsoever right now. Finally finding a miss, but it's going to swing back to the side of the US.
Guns, this is pretty close.
Logan is finding the miss now. Washiman is there to combo. Pieris is there to counter. Akiyama Mizuki finding the miss though. Schwartz is still supporting combo for the US and it's working very nicely. Quarter of the map remaining. There's just not much hard part anymore with the aim. Gambler is there, but is it too late? It might be indeed.
I mean, it is still somewhat close, but Pieris has a good combo. If the ending is a very difficult section, there could be a lot of chain misses. I am not counting Korea out just yet here. Oh, but there goes Akiyama Mizuki and Gambler. Goes Schwartz finally out, and Bashiman is still Pieris here with a combo. It's looking pretty rough. But the score is going towards Korea. Oh, but there Pieris breaks. Yeah. Maybe if they all held, something could have happened there, but yeah, that it is going to go to the US. Yeah, good effort from all the players, just solid scores all around. Can't really blame anyone here. Pieris with an absolutely fantastic combo at their end, but just not enough.
Yeah.
And US is going to be taking it. I did not expect the US to be performing this well on Event Horizon. I definitely thought this would be a Korea favored pick, but hey, US proving me wrong. Absolutely, they did fantastic. Of course, not without a fight. That was very close right until the end.
True.
See what Korea goes for. I think they have more obvious options than the US do. But I thought Event Horizon was Korea favored. So, what is obvious?
True.
I do think Secret and Rockin' Movin' are definitely maps that are good for Korea. And looks like it is going to be Rockin' Movin'. I did see a C3 in the chat there, which I do believe is Rockin' Movin'. The Rockin' Movin' is an interesting map. It is a collab, just like Blade. And it is a sort of one of those more finger control, slower oriented type of. Oh, did I misread that? Was it S3 and not C3? Oh, okay, it was just the yeah. Okay, so it is going to be Rockin' Movin'. Yeah, the client's being a little silly. We'll give it a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some water while the client is doing its funny things.
Ah, okay.
And we have the map picked finally. It is Rockin' Movin'. Gonna be expecting Gambler and Reviclia in the lobby. And as well as Vector. This is definitely the Vector map on the side of US. Of course, Schwartz has been showing some good skill on these sort of these wacky maps. And yeah, Gambler, Pierce, Reviclia. This is the lineup for a map like this. As imagine we're going to be seeing Schwartz and Vector. I'm not sure who the third for the United States would be. They do have quite a few options. A lot of all-around solid players.
Yeah, absolutely. South Korea definitely thriving off.
Yeah, it's going to be Loganos. All right, Schwartz, Loganos, Vector. Yeah, that does make sense as a lineup. And yeah, this is the longest map in the pool. This is almost 6 minutes, so definitely going to be a consistency test here. Hold those combos. We are going to be getting into it. So yeah, easy hidden. We did see Super Nuka World earlier, but that was easy hidden double time. Far higher approach rate, and this is more tricky in terms of its rhythms, and the AR is going to be lower, so this is more of a traditional easy hidden map where hidden comes to play in more ways. First break coming in from Reviclia, an unfortunate little slip up, but map is very long. These early breaks are not going to matter.
Yeah. However, find them is for Gambler and Pierce will absolutely cause some trouble. US will be pulling it back to their side as Vector and Loganos both hold their big combo for now. 3k lead. Still very much the beginning, but Gambler not looking the best of shape in this current moment.
Yeah, well, this is a map that Gambler's good at. Gambler's definitely more of a no-mod player. He struggles more so with the hidden. So while he is good at this kind of map, this is definitely tricky with the hidden on. And US looking very good. Their combos, of course, Vector breaking there right before this fairly slow section, but still tricky section. As this is a collab map, you're going to see a lot of different kinds of mapping ideas and different implementations of object placement, which does very much come into play on reading. You sort of get comfortable on one style, and then it suddenly switches, and you're going to have to read differently. It looks like we're going to have a panic here, so some of the map we're going to be seeing, and yeah, it looks like this lead has gone to South Korea with Reviclia holding a very powerful combo. Looks like Gambler and Pierce are also doing really well for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And
there's
the USA
just everyone on the United States breaking. Finally, their Reviclia drops, but Gambler and Pierre is still holding these combos, and we're gonna have a slightly slower section here coming in. All right,
and now
to the
Gambler finding the slider back.
Ooh, and there everyone breaks there on these sliders, and Korea with a very nice lead here of around 60k, which on a difficult map long map like this, that 60k is gonna matter. Some difficult sections, absolutely everyone's gonna be breaking, and of course everyone breaking is just good for Korea, as they do have the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. 70k in the lead with no combo inside of the US. Gambler finding yet again a miss, but trades it out instantly with Loganos and Schwartz. It was a nice start from both Loganos and Vector, but it's just the absolute endurance that you have to have. And South Korea does indeed have the lead. 70k.
If you look at the scores right now, every single one of Korea's scores is higher than every single US score. They are just overall better at this map. The lead isn't huge, but you can see just from the scores that this is Korea's map. They are the better team at this map. And it is a very difficult one to hold combo on. Those combos held by the Korean team earlier on the map, they are still carrying. And now, of course, they see the scores. They see that Korea has a pretty big lead, and I do wonder how that's going to be affecting mental. Personally, it always stresses me more when I'm in the lead, but I know there are players who see that they're losing, and it stresses them out that way as they feel like they need to perform. Can we talk about how purists just combo that section?
Absolutely. And absolute
That was crazy.
showmanship like there. And yeah, not playing to stop in
Like, this map is difficult. You can break anywhere. It is very consistent throughout, and there are different difficult patterns everywhere. Right? There's no such thing as a commentator's curse when there are breaks happening all the time.
Yeah, Schwartz finding a miss yet again. Only quarter of the map remaining in this basically tiebreaker length map. 5 minutes and 43 seconds. It feels like forever already. Camera hits the stream, and so does the entirety of South Korea there. And now the ending section, 0 worries whatsoever.
All of South Korea's scores above 110k, and US still not having a single 100k. Loganos, he's holding combo, but you kind of have to have the accuracies as well. Like, look at the AC. Just absolute, just good performances from South Korea. This is their map. This was their pick.
100k lead, and we are back to the balance score 3-3. Oh boy, this is indeed a match.
Absolutely, this is a crazy match. 3-3, but of course, the US does have the advantage, as they do pick next. They did. All teams have won their own picks, and US did win the starter. So the US still has that minor advantage, but as we saw with Event Horizon, South Korea's picks have been much more convincing than the United States picks. They did get Life Garden, which is a very convincing pick, but after Event Horizon, I'm not convinced that they have maps left that are good for them. Because they picked Event Horizon, and that was close. Right? South Korea maybe even you could maybe even say that they underperformed on that map. They had some weird combo breaks at the start. That could have easily gone the other way. So I'm a bit concerned for the United States. Do they have picks left? Right. There are the more mechanical maps, Necrophantasia and Tengaku. But as we know, Korea is really good at those. There's, of course, Airengokuka, which is a more mechanical map. That one's really focus heavy. So,
yeah,
would they go for that? Maybe. Maybe Imprinting? Imprinting's another choice. Of course, Rotter Termination is more of a... Now, if they're going to be going for Unspeakable, we did see South Korea strike that. And, yeah, I think this is a good pick. I think Boshiman's going to be performing pretty well here. This is definitely a Boshiman type map. So it is going to be Unspeakable. Unspeakable, I like this map. I like this song too. It's it is an arrangement in a sort of like 90s style. However, what's the genre called? this genre of music that was popular in 90s and early 2000s.
Not the expert on that. I thought you were talking for Europe.
But it is in a range of both of Sariel's themes from Toho 1. in that style. It is a very nice song, and I know Jian is. He sent me the song like multiple times, telling me, "Gotta listen to this one." And when I eventually did, I could see why he liked it, and then he ended up mapping it. So he has a lot of personal connection to this map, this song, and therefore the map, and he put a lot of effort into this, and it really speaks because this map is interesting because it's one of those reading maps that it tricks you in the sense where the object placement isn't where you would expect it to be normally. So there's kind of this diversion going on where the flow would tell you that the next object is here, but it's actually there because the two objects have been swapped. Right? It's I don't want to say it's like an odd loop kind of thing because it isn't, but it's a similar thing. It's not the same thing. So for those, definitely Odd Loop is a map that everyone in the chat knows. So it is that kind of misdirection where the object placements are not in the intuitive positions. So this map features a lot of that, but it is done in a way where it is sight readable, where a good reading player can sort of see through that. Of course, both teams have practiced this map, for sure. So it is really going to come down to the focus and the aim. And I know that Boshiman is really good at this specific skill set. This slow precision focus aim is what Boshiman is most known for. So I do think he might be the top scorer, just straight up. But interesting. Of course, so this map is no mod in the pool, but you are allowed to go easy. And US is going to go for no easies at all. And we're going to have Akiyama Mizuki and Reviclia with the easies, and Pieris with the no mod. There are no multipliers, so it is the half score. The score you see is accurate.
Oh, really now? Okay, I mean, I suppose South Korea opting in with the debuff, but will it actually pay off though? This is an instant disadvantage, weirdly enough. I don't think the comfortability that you get by using easy is worth it when you are already half of your opponent's score to start yourselves off. And they gotta work 2 times harder.
If they can both SS the map, they get 500k right there.
I mean, I suppose, but
they have to. These FCs from Reviclia and Zonuts are very important. They need to have these easy FCs be thing. Because Schwartz and Boshiman are still FC. No mod. Oh, never mind. There goes Schwartz. But Boshiman is still FC. Because he's Boshiman, of course. This is his map.
So look, here comes the jumps now.
The score is definitely going to be deceiving. Because, as you know, the score V2, the later the map goes, the more the score ramps up. And that is also true with easy. So this score right here is quite deceiving as long as Reviclia and Zonuts hold their combo. Because it is going to slowly start going towards Korea. But hey, Boshiman still, how does he do it?
That's a little bit 200k difference right now, but still so much combo to be had, and the easy player still needs to work overtime. Pires recovering quite nicely into the slider, no slow slider there, but Boshiman, a man of perseverance, a man of sheer will, zero misses just yet, and there is a chance that he can easily 1v3 the entirety of South Korea right here.
Now, the latter half of the map is slightly harder.
Here we go.
Boshiman must be nervous, of course, but I think the real nerves are on the side of Zonuts and Reviclia. There goes Reviclia! I think he did a misread on a pattern that is big. It is only Akiyama Mizuki here with the full combo, and that matters a lot. Oh, but there goes Boshiman! Here's with a combo.
I don't think he has the gas tank right now.
Yeah, but okay. That is... Do keep in mind that on the side of Zonuts, Akiyama Mizuki, the score is increasing rapidly because they're still FCing, right? She's still FCing here. Right, so this easy score, which might seem like a huge lead for the US right now, is going to be going towards Korea, especially towards this ending portion of the map, which is like
only has one in the gas tank though. I don't think it's enough. 180k difference.
It might not be enough. I think Reviclia would have needed to also FC. But is it possible? I mean, Schwartz and Vector are breaking, and the score is going towards Korea, but yeah, no, the map's on its outro right now. If Reviclia had held, Reviclia had the 500k here, it would have actually made the difference. So yeah, that is an unfortunate combo break from Reviclia. The nerves are definitely kicking in, because by picking easy as Reviclia, you are saying that I have to FC this map.
Yeah.
Right? And that puts a lot of nerve. That is essentially the same as playing with sudden death.
True.
Right? By putting easy on, you are playing with sudden death.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a very unfortunate break from Reviclia. He needed that combo. But of course, the score from Boshi Man. 3 misses, 840. The 6,400. That is ridiculous. No, if Boshi Man had, performed like a normal human, this pick would have gone to South Korea. But that is he's not a man, he's a Boshi Man.
Oh, we'll
Gotta make that distinction.
I mean, Schwartz and Vector did better than the other as well in their own respective rights, so
yeah, definitely commendable performances from actually everyone on the board.
True.
Just good stuff. Hey, it is Korea's pick now. They gotta win this, right? The US showed with Unspeakable that they still have picks in the tank.
Indeed.
Right. This is not. They weren't running out of picks. Perhaps. Maybe they are. Maybe the Unspeakable was just the one map that they had left, but. E7.
Ooh.
I believe that is that Rogoku Strip. I believe that is Rogoku Strip. Yeah, so this is the reading map. The reading map in the reading pool. And it's gonna be Yoshikawa 45's Rogoku Strip map by Daramok with easy hidden halftime. This map is hard.
Okay.
It's just really hard. Even of course, the players have practiced it. They know all the little tricks, and they're comfortable with the map. Fairly, they're not sight reading. Despite everything, this is really hard. This is extremely hard. Of course, we have Reviclia and Akiyama Mizuki, really good reading players. These two right here are good at this map. I'm expecting to see Vector. Vector is a Vector map, but this map is hard. Or no, there are going to be no full combos.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically a reading squad with this modification.
And the United States have something to prove here. Because their team is missing a member. Aerie is not on this team. And Aerie is the best player in the world on this map. So if this game goes to South Korea, 7-6, it's going to be in the back of the mind of the United States team that would have that made the difference? But if they win here, if the United States wins here, it proves that they can do it without him. But this lineup from Korea, Zonats, Reviclia, and Pieris, is very scary.
Yeah, absolutely. And more so this with Hidden boy, it's about to get quite tricky. The first part not too big of a deal, but that middle part is gonna get real dense. Just a matter of who is truly more comfortable at reading this. Some call it memorization, I call it a niche skill set. No, I don't know what to call it. But anyways, already seeing these kinds of pattern, Yanara.
Yeah, and here, Pieris with the break there. Those patterns are tricky. They'd expect someone at least to break. Oh, there goes Loganos. There goes Akiyama Mizuki. It's going to be Bashiman, Reviclia, and Vector. And of course, there's up there. There goes Bashiman and Vector. It's only Reviclia with a full combo now. Now here we are at the first course. This is where we're going to see the misreads. It doesn't matter how much you've practiced, you are going to misread this. Yep, there goes Bashiman. There goes Vector. Oh, but there goes Reviclia breaking the full combo, but United States doesn't really have any combos of their own.
Yeah.
-1 right now on Loganos.
Right now though, here is still holding quite well. Easy hidden is his comfort mode. Somehow, Loganos and Vector still trying to contest. It is still not over. Into the flowy section. Chain misses are a real threat here.
Absolutely. Oh, and there goes Pieris. Loganos with a pretty decent combo right now, and the score is somewhat close. Oh, but there goes Loganos, and it's going to be Zonix and Reviclia with the big combos now. Vector not too far behind, though.
It's jumps now.
But there goes Vector and Loganos.
The reading. The misery is just coming in for the US.
And there's that tricky triple, and Bashiman is going to be breaking there, but all of Korea are going to be full comboing that section. And all of this difficult reading, it is really catching up on the side of the US. Reviclia does break, but hey, Zonut's here out with a 600 combo. Finally breaks, but does it really matter? They have a 30k lead, which, by the way, this is easy halftime. So this is a far bigger lead than what it just looks on the absolute value. You gotta look at the ratio between the scores, and without any combos on the US, I mean, yeah, sure, Zonut's breaking again, but just look at the accuracies. Reviclia with 98.47, Pieris with 97.85, and Zonut's with 96.38. Only Vector with a contesting accuracy here.
It's a slow section right now. Draining US's time to recover. And with that mistake came from
a slow
Loganos.
section, but it is this map is the whole map is slow. Let me tell you. Slow just means more tricky rhythms to sneak in. And oh my, Korea is just really powerful. I mean,
Yeah.
this map is
Now
really
going to
hard.
the last.
This map is so hard.
True.
Why did I pull this? I mean, I know why I pulled this. I pulled it because it was awesome, but
And now
okay, can we
into the
talk about
last.
how Zonut's FC that section? Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
I mean, break now doesn't matter. The map is over. Yeah, unfortunately, we do still have the bug with halftime. It is present on every tournament client except the stable version, which we are not currently on, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The original stable version, the one you would watch OWC 2014 on, that one with the big stars in the middle. That is the only version where halftime doesn't break, unfortunately. And, you know, you can't have your fancy graphics and map pool screens and CS and approach trade on the bottom and all that. Or seeding or flags or... Yeah, it's unfortunate. But hey, Vixen Laser. Wait, oh no, wait. Wait. Never mind. Yeah, that's South Korea. This was their map. This was their pick.
So,
Would have it been different if Aerie was on the team? I mean, I think Aerie in the show match got like a 1,200 combo on this, which is ridiculous. And that honestly might have been enough. But yeah, if yeah, that's going to be tying up the situation 4-4.
Cool.
It's going to be C2 coming in from the side of USA. It's going to be Secret. I thought this would be a Korea favored map. So yeah, Secret, our Secret, map by Free Songs. I don't imagine that a lot of people are going to be familiar with this map in the chat. This is a Graveyard Free Songs map. But this map, let's talk about it for a bit. So, it is a snappy aim map, and of course with DT, this is going to be around 180 BPM. And those are going to be 180 BPM times 2 jumps. So these are 360 BPM jumps coming in. These are really fast. I do imagine we're going to see Reviclia here. Reviclia very good with snappy aim, at least traditionally. These days he's kind of switched his playstyle, so I don't know if he still got it in the same way. But traditionally this would be a Reviclia pick. Of course we see Gambler. One Tabby, of course, very good on this kind of map. Of course, this is US's pick. I do expect One Tabby to be one of the better players in the lobby here. Secret, very, very hard. This map is... if we see high combos on this, I will be very impressed. It is brutal. Yeah, this is going to be the sort of alt aim. Snap aim is the main skill set being tested here. But we'll see. Looks like it's going to be Bat Ball on the side of US, so it's going to be One Tabby Loganos Bat Ball. Makes sense. Psych. Akiyama Mizuki is going to be joining the lobby. I'm Flying Tuna. Okay, so no Reviclia this time. It's going to be Gambler, Flying Tuna, and Akiyama Mizuki. I can see the lineup here on the side of Korea. This map is very reading heavy, and I know Flying Tuna is more the mechanics kind of guy, so I do wonder how well he'll do on this. I know Akiyama Mizuki will be fine, and I know Gambler will be fine on this. But I'm curious on Flying Tuna. I definitely think One Tabby is going to be the star on the side of US, but the US lineup is very strong here. Loganos and Batball. No, this is the DT map. We saw the DT map earlier. This is this isn't going to be like a tricky rhythm burst map. You know, this is all jumps. And while the reading is really hard, you do not want to underestimate the reading on this map, even though it is a double time pick. The jumps are really dense.
Alright, yeah, let's get right into this absolute Monster's easy double time pick. Akiyama and Logana starting off with the miss. It's a 2v2 right off the bat. Yeah, the doubles coming in for now. Gambler Reflector still looking quite comfortable alongside the one tabby and bat ball in the side of the US. 10k difference nonetheless, that the US definitely in the lead by a tiny bit. However, yeah, here comes the first case section. The snaps coming in.
When there goes
and
one tabby. What? Gambler? Flying tuna? Excuse me? They hit those?
Absolutely.
Wait, they're hitting
the
these. Wait. You can't just hit those. Wait, don't tell me everyone on Korea FC'd that yeah, right there.
Yeah.
What? Like, everyone saw the gameplay, right? How's that possible? Everyone FC'd? That's crazy. Gambler finally with break. Finally. Yeah, this is looking like Korea. What the hell?
Yeah.
Flying tuna. Who knew that this guy had this fucking dog reading him? Holy. Just full on. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Gambler finally finding a miss.
There we go. Finally tuna with a.
But
that was crazy. Yeah, finally a misread from Flying Tuna there. It's kind of misreading the jumps, but yeah, this, US not holding any combos. A pretty good lead, South Korea. It's not like insurmountable, but just better scores overall on the side of Korea and just better combos. And yeah, this is looking like Korea. Yeah, maybe US did run out of picks. Maybe they actually ran out of picks because just. This looks like a Korea pick right here. That was crazy. That entirety of Korea hit that entire Ki. That chorus, just the entire team hit it, and everyone on US breaks. That was crazy. That was some gameplay. Definitely for the history books, that one. And that is the first break point. Every single map thus far has been won on their own pick, but Korea taking the break point from the US. This is huge. Because the US is going to be picking again. And even if they win this one, if Korea just wins their own picks from here on out, they're going to be winning the whole tournament. And if the US manages to clutch one break point from Korea, they're going to have to do it all over again in the bracket reset. This is looking real. This one map, like we were talking earlier about, is the US running out of picks? And I think they ran out of picks. How are they going to come back from this? I mean, they have a pick now. They can do it. It's going to be S4. They're going to be going for Tengaku, right? They're going to trust their mechanics. They know that they have really good mechanics. Doesn't matter if Gambler FC'd it. It does matter. But the US, on paper... Oh, wait, no, Gambler picked it. The Gambler was... Okay, never mind. That was... Okay. Whoops. Gambler fooled both himself and me. Like Tuna with the... Just the gameplay. Like, this too is gameplay.
Yeah.
It's psychological gameplay. Boost your confidence a little. Ooh, and there it is, Airengo Kuka. We talked about this earlier, that this is one of the maps where US could potentially be good at. Right? It is, of course, really hard. It is super low approach rate, extremely dense. This is the most dense map in the pool. But the US did really well on Unspeakable. And I would say Unspeakable is comparable to this. They could have a chance here. I like this pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, Airengo Kuka, very standard Snowdome map. You listen to the song right now? Yeah, this is this song, and just imagine a Snowdome map laid on top of that. There you go. That's this map. Lots of symmetry. The object placement in this map is very straightforward. Theoretically, really easy to read. For a 10-star map, this is really easy to read. It's still a 10-star map though. But considering it's one, it's easy to read, right? This is about as easy as it can get for a map of this difficulty with easy halftime to read. This is mainly going to come down to focus. No lock is going to play a huge part. No lock is... Right, remember, we are playing OD 5 with a 10-star map, right? You add halftime on that, it still counts the same. No lock is huge. Lots of chain misses, even on jumps, right? People are going to need to be able to deal with no lock. I mean, Pyrrhus, Reviclia playing tune-up. This lineup makes sense. Pyrrhus, of course, good at low approach rate. Reviclia, one of the best focus players in the world, I'd say. This might not necessarily be a Reviclia type map, but if you turn off halftime and just have easy only, then this is a Reviclia type map. So, yeah, Boshiman, I think, is going to perform fantastic on this, considering his performance earlier on Unspeakable. This is the same. It's not a precision map like Unspeakable. It's not going to be CS5. It's going to be CS2. But the aim required in your head to play this map is the same as an Unspeakable. It really comes down to being able to move your eyes to the opposite side of the screen on these full screen jumps.
Cool.
And dealing with no lock. Unfortunately, we are going to have to deal with halftime lag again, but it is what it is. At least it's not as bad as in Cutting Edge. In Cutting Edge, it's awful.
Cool.
Yeah, these streams are telegraphed. They're straightforward, but they're still really hard. Because they're so dense. And here we have the first jump section, and here you can see you can read these, right? These aren't that hard to read. Like, they make sense. They all flow in the same direction. They're symmetrically placed. They don't stack in difficult ways. But it's just a 10-star map with easy halftime. And that alone is just hard. And here, yeah, Boshiman and Schwartz, as expected, they are just doing excellent. Pyrrhus, of course, still holding the combo as well, and this is a long. But there goes Schwartz on this. This is like one of the harder parts in the map. Oh, there goes Pyrrhus. It's only Boshiman. I didn't think Boshiman would perform it this well. Like, I thought, like, I knew he would do good because he's good on this kind of reading. But comboing?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is like a hard part right now. Surely he will not combo the chorus. Surely he will break like right now.
He's still hitting it though.
Surely.
Still going on strong. Boshiman 760 combo. Pyrrhus and Flying Tuna trying to counter that, but Schwartz is there to slow them down. Boshiman hits the first case section with zero problem whatsoever. 99.5% accuracy. And now going on into the transition section. Still going on strong. Not really too much of a difficulty in the reading section. It's just jump, it's just aim. And yet he's aiming it flawlessly. Hits the side to side. The square hits it beautifully.
How does he do it?
920 combo.
Comboing this map. Why is he doing that? Like,
I mean, he just wants to be the
thought this
boss,
was
man.
like I thought this was one of the hardest maps in the pool. I kind of looked at this when I pulled it. I was like, ah, damn. Maybe I should have picked something easier. But this section's tricky.
Stream?
Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. This section's really tricky. He's gonna be breaking finally. This section's really hard. Oh, and there's the misread. Yeah. So Boshiman finally breaking, but this is a pretty big lead on the side of the US.
I mean, this kind of play is actually quite devastating, especially with the easy half-time multiplier. So this is basically kind of 200k, 300k gap right there, especially after quickly finding the chain miss. Pyrrhus and Flying Tuna does not have enough combo to fight a 2v3. Boshiman finally finding yet again another miss with that misread. But the bottom row still fighting. The US still alive, still floating. Schwartz finding the miss though. Flying Tuna tracks it out instantly.
Yeah, Loganov's still holding, and Pyrrhus gonna have to hold here. Yeah, like Korea needs combos. If they want to bring this back, they need combos. Just having good accuracy is not gonna do it. Everyone has good accuracy here in this lobby.
No miss on that one. Pyrrhus still holds on against Loganos, but he needs so much more combo than just that. Loganos finally finding a miss though. There is a chance for Pyrrhus, but he needs to match with Washiman. He's doing that, but he needs his teammate right now, and he does not have the combo anymore.
This is still a stream section, lots of chain misses potential. No, Pyrrhus FC's that. Wait, is this doable? The score difference is only 10k. Which is still a lot, it's like, you know, but still.
It may very well be, but the chance Pyrrhus will be missing on that one.
Okay, but Boshiman full combo those. Can we like what? He did what? Everyone, oh wait, Rivet also hit them. Schwartz hit them as well, that was crazy. Alright, here we have some difficult sections. If Korea full combos all of this, the US breaks everywhere. This could still go, but it's looking pretty good for the US right now. And there goes the entirety of Korea, and US folds. This is gonna go to the US. Yeah, Korea needed for the opposite to happen. Actually, man, how does he do it? Is he actually just the GOAT?
Absolutely. He's eating the rest alright.
Like, what is the score?
Yeah, what a performance indeed from Boshi, man. The only one to even reach 70k while everyone is just struggling down there.
US gonna be tying it up once again. Of course, this is their own pick. This is expected. If they wanted to win, they're gonna have to win all of their own picks, but they're gonna need one pick from South Korea. This is not enough for the US to take it. This South Korea next. I wonder if they're going to be going Tengaku as originally promised, but there are other maps too.
Oh,
I wonder what
boy.
they'll go for. I do wonder.
Yeah,
Are they just waiting for Gambler to get in the lobby and say Tengaku? Say the words? Just looking at the performance just now on Iron Gokuka. I mean, Tengaku is a somewhat similar map. Somewhat. It's very different in a lot of ways because the jumps in Tengaku are back and forth.
Yeah.
So the focus reading that comes into play on maps like Aidengo Kuka and Unspeakable isn't going to come into play in the same way on Tengaku. Tengaku is going to be more so pure mechanics, and being able to comprehend those patterns, it is slightly more difficult to read than Aidengo Kuka is. From like just a straight up pattern structure, just object placement and map structure standpoint, Tengaku is going to be more difficult than Aidengo Kuka in that sense, and it's going to require less focus. So in that way, it is going to be Korea favored. You know, we're not going to see Boshi Man perform as good on Tengaku as he did on Aidengo Kuka, really. And of course, we're going to be seeing Gambler in the lobby, who did full combo this last week, which was crazy. I assume we're going to be seeing Flying Tuna Gambler. That would make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Rivickley is quite nervous, but he is staying in the lobby. This is a map where I can see him being good at. There's a very snappy aim, high star rating. But yeah, One Tabby, Loganos, and Boshiman, they are very good at this kind of map as well. I do not... Gambler FC. That's the thing. That's the one X factor that makes me prefer Korea on this map, right?
Oh yeah.
But otherwise, if Gambler did an FC this last week, I would be saying that US is the better team here on Tengaku. I think this is very close. But I do in the end, considering how well Flying Tuna has been performing, and considering Gambler FC this last week, and considering Rivickley is also just really good at this kind of map, I do prefer South Korea to take the point here. But I'm not convinced. I think this could go either way.
Bro.
A lot of this is going to be coming down to Gambler. He's the one we're going to be focusing on.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be your classic aiming mechanics pick, and this is absolutely anyone's game. Only time will tell. Is he going to the spinner and the opener? Just a slow start.
When this map came out, when it got like qualified initially, there was a lot of commotion behind it. How this map sucks balls. Very few people actually came out and say, "Yeah, this map is awesome." But these days, it's grown on people. People like this map.
Yeah.
It's iconic. Is it objectively the best map ever? Maybe not. But it's distinct.
Absolutely, but what's not sticking is the combo in the side of US. Rivickley and Flying Tuna starting off with 300 combo in their pocket. And that will absolutely be a great investment. But Rivickley finding a mistake though.
Yeah, but I mean, US broke all their combos. Gambler with one early break, but accuracy. Accuracy, look at the accuracy. Much, much better on the side of Korea. And yeah, I mean, we were talking about the Gambler FC, but maybe we should have been talking about the Flying Tuna FC, because he is going. He's been performing really well this match. That performance on Secret earlier.
And the back and forth, not catching Flying Tuna off guard. The fish is still flying indeed. 720 combo, still climbing. Rivickley and Gambler with the supporting combo. Finally finding a slider break for him.
But then again, all of Korea is performing better than all of the US.
Absolutely.
The raw mechanics and the sort of trickier stack reading really seems to be better on the side of Korea. Like, both of these are full screen jump aim maps. Both Tengaku and Aidengo Kuka. But there is a clear discrepancy. The US is better on Aidengo Kuka. and Korea is better on Tengaku. And that just comes down to focus reading. Washiman excellent at focus reading, but this kind of reading where there's stacks and just raw mechanics and snappy aim, maybe not. Maybe this is where you have players like Reviclia, Flying Tuna, and Gambler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And now with 90
I think Gambler's really nervous. And that's the thing. Gambler is the one we were all hyping up. But that's the thing. If you're the one who's being hyped up, you are the most nervous because everyone's expecting you to perform. So that all of the pressure is on you, therefore you just collapse. And that's, Gambler is the one who would have FC'd this map. Maybe without those nerves, we would have seen a Gambler 1000 combo. But just Flying Tuna, Reviclia doing really well. And yeah, it's struggle on the side of US. They cannot hold combos. No, it's not like Korea's performing exceptionally aside from that amazing combo from Flying Tuna earlier. But they were just better at this map. I did not think that this difference would be this stark. Seeing the performances on Iron and Kukop, how US just played better on that. But it really just did come down to the focus reading. US is better on focus reading, and South Korea is better on the snappy stuff. With stacks and...
It goes back and forth once again into the last K section. Flying Tuna still holding on quite nicely, going to reach the 200k mark indeed. But the entirety of South Korea definitely looking way more solid than the US. 200k lead into the ending section now. Bit of a jumpy. Of course, the classic ending. Here we go into the solo section. But the only thing solo is South Korea's victory in this pick and getting themselves this ever so needed match point. And now,
match point. Oh my God.
All pressure onto US.
What maps do they have left? It's been bringing it up the entire match. Ever since they picked Life Garden, do they have maps left? They did. They did have maps left. But do they still have maps left? Because every single map that the US has picked has been a little bit closer than the previous. All of those, the gap has been closing. But Korea, every time they pick a map, it's been a solid victory. It has been convincing. Every single time Korea picks a map, it is just not a wash, but just a solid, not close victory. Just straight up good performances from South Korea. US, it's been close every time. Do they have maps left? Necrophantasia is probably not the pick considering Tengaku. It's going to be imprinting. I like imprinting here. Imprinting, you could say this is a bit of a gamble, but that's all they have. All they have is a gamble. Imprinting is a bit RNG. It's a tag 4 map. But the thing is, snap aim. Korea is really good at snap aim. Reviclia, one of the best players in the world at tag 4 maps. Gambler, incredibly consistent snap aim player. We're gonna have Pieris in the lobby. I do imagine we're gonna see Boshiman. This is a Boshiman type of map. Boshiman is good at this weird stuff.
Yeah.
Not sure who else on this side of US. A tag 4 map is the sort of traditional kind of map when played on easy. This is a kind of, if you were an easy player back in the day, you played tag 4 maps. These days, not so much. as the Tag 4 leaderboards, you know, there's a lot of touchscreen and there's Badu, who's been no-modding everything. So the competition there has kind of died down. So the newer easy players, which there are a few on the side of the US, a couple on the side of the US, maybe not as comfortable on Tag 4. But I would, like, I look at this Korea lineup, and while I see 3 very strong players, I don't look at them and see like, oh yeah, these are the Tag 4 nerds. I don't see the Ikoros and the GNs and the Maxine 191s in the lobby right now. I see good easy players. But I also see combo breaks. I think the US could take this. It's possible. I think Boshiman could have something up the sleeve here. Schwartz has also been performing very well, and I know Loganos is more so of a traditional type easy player. I think I do recall seeing Loganos on some leaderboards. I think this could go either way. And this map, it's very RNG. The snaps are insane, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
These right here, these are not 1/2 gaps. These are 1/4 gaps. These are jump streams.
Yeah. Still, zero misses just yet, but I cannot stress this enough.
Is somewhat easy compared to the rest, but right, this section here is tricky.
Yeah, absolutely, and I
right,
cannot
these
stress
jumps right
this
here. Nope, still full combos on everyone. All right, what about right now? This section is hard. Oh,
Okay,
there goes
the
Boston.
jumps.
Okay. Big jumps coming in. These are very snappy though. They're very symmetrical. You can infer the object placement. But there goes, yeah, might want to double tap those, but there goes Gambler and Schwartz. Flying Tuna and Pierce still with a full combo. But so is Loganos.
Yeah, absolutely. And the US behind right now. If they do not come back from this one, South Korea will take not only the match, but this entirety of the tournament going into the solo section now. Pearson flying to the steal with the full combo. Logan is trying to hold on the cut stream. They misread!
Is that it? I think that might be it.
Still holding on the double full combo right now. Indeed,
They're still
300k
full
in the
comboing.
lead. South Korea not looking to be stopped. This might be a blunder. This might be a mispick. 700 combo. The cut string getting hit. The doubles. Pearson flying tuna. Just goes on so strongly.
Wait, there's no way we're seeing this, right?
What a way to end
we're not gonna
the
see
entirety of
two
this
full
tournament.
combos?
The double full combo.
Two? Not one, two? On imprinting to close off the Grandfinals on the US pick. The United States picked this. They're like, this is the gamble. This is the... Oh my god. Two of them. Flying Tuna with 3 100s. This guy did not double tap. And they were all slider ends. He did not get a single 100 on the circle clicking. This guy, if it weren't for 3 slider ends, would have SS'd. South Korea wins. And they win convincingly. 7-5, but it was a close game. But it wasn't that close. South Korea just, with that ending, that was convincing. Wow. Two full combos. Imagine the nerves on South Korea. You are match point. You pick your opponent picks a very RNG heavy map in imprinting, a tag 4 map. Just full screen jump streams. And you get 2 full combos.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And
they are what a team. Flying Tuna, Gambler, Rubiclia, Paris, Akiyama Mizuki, and Amamiya Kokoro are your easy World Cup champions on the side of South Korea. With an incredible Grand Finals performance. I could not have asked for more.
Yeah, and indeed, once again, congratulations to the South Korean team getting the first place as the first seed. What a wonderful performance, and what a way to close that out. And of course, just a beautiful performance again from the boys in the side of the US, getting second place. That is absolutely worthy of praise and respect. And
Absolutely.
indeed, that's
Their lineup was strong. On a good day, they could have taken this, but that day was with Flying Tuna. That Flying Tuna performance was incredible. I did not know Flying Tuna played easy this well. That was incredible. That was now I know. Now I know.
Indeed, and that is all, not only for this match, but this entirety of the tournament. Mr. Host, do you have anything to say right now? I know you're a bit tired there, but any words is welcome.
So, hey everyone. I'm Lumen Logic. In case you don't know me, I'm one of the co-hosts of EZWC World Cup. The co-hosts officially have been myself, Tarragon, and Kildore. And I guess because both of them are probably either asleep or away right now, on behalf of all the hosts, I hope everyone had a lot of fun either spectating, playing, or staffing for EZWC World Cup, the first iteration and possibly not the last, as this was quite the ride. As always, huge thanks to all the staff members that showed up throughout. Nyanro with the absolute Giga Chad pools, just absolutely powering through, like him and the rest of his team. I'll let Nyanro call out the individual poolers on anything that they might have done. Sorry to put you on the spot, but I thought you'd be better to say it.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you all like the map pools. I put a lot of time into them, and of course, it wasn't all me. Thank you to Flopbach Kuki. 8 close bracket, square bracket, and Fujiwara Namoko for the test playing. And it was just the pools would have just not been this good without their help. So thanks to them. And I really hope everyone enjoyed. It's been a nice show. I very much enjoyed this Grand Finals, and we're gonna see y'all again on a tournament one day once more.
And also, while I'm very appreciative of all staff who helped out throughout the past couple months, I'd like to give special shout outs to Lesby for covering for tons of streaming coverage on YouTube for the earlier stages. I guess for like this specific situation today, Kaimo to Jason coming in for the Sunday 4 UTC clutch timing that a lot of our European staff were unfortunately not necessarily able to make given the hour that it's at. Blank Tap also helped out with a lot of the commentary throughout the tourney as well. I mean, dude's everywhere, so like in general, like I think sorry if I don't get everyone in this like quick verbal diarrhea, but I believe Crystal is also around for a decent bit of the matches throughout, so special shout outs to her as well. And also Rock On literally refed like 2/3 of this tourney, like it was incredible.
There you go. Rock On just a round of applause to Rock On, just absolute god referee. Really happy to have him on, as always.
And thanks again to Vagrant for the awesome sheets, and for Ures and Valian for the graphics. Sorry if I forgot anyone, but once again, super grateful for every single bit of staffing help that I've received in both this tourney and my earlier ones as well. Really means a lot each time, and really takes a lot of the I think there's like a saying I've heard a few times, like many hands make for light work, that continues to hold true. And obviously for the players as well, I hope everyone had a great time playing in this tourney. Huge congratulations to South Korea. They were definitely the favorites going in from the very beginning, but certainly had to work super hard. Like shout outs to USA and Poland also for making podium and putting on a great show overall. And I think that's going to be it for me.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think that's about it. If that was a little messy, it is 1:46 a.m. for me right now. That is why I'm very grateful that Blank Tap and Nyanro both agreed to commentate Grands.
That was kind of an impulse decision. I just happened to be awake at this time, so I'm happy I got the occasion. It was a very good match, and I think it managed to really live up to our expectations of what an Easy World Cup Grand Finals should be. That was an amazing match, and thank you everyone. That I think we're about wrapping up, so thank you. It's been great.
Yep, as Polta just said in chat, see you next time. Yes, I'm seriously gonna end it on the Osu joke. Okay, bye.